sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Thank you, Venerable Bhikkhunis, Bhikkhus, Venerable Maha saṇgha, the Venerable Bhikkhunī. Am I audible, Bhikkhunis?
Yes, Bhante.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, and it's a very inspiring Dhamma program for last 7 days. I have no doubt our Bhikkhunī coordinators, especially Bhikkhunī Santini, Bhikkhunī Sumangala, work very hard to make it success with blessing and support and guidance from Venerable Bhikkhunī Tathaloka, Venerable Bhikkhunī Liupa, Vidita Dhammo, Venerable Bhikkhunī Dhammananda, and Venerable Bhikkhunī Bodhicitta, and your well-wishers and dear Upasakas and Upasikas. So your Dhamma program is great success. So I want to say Anumodana, and this is a great tribute to the Dhamma Mata and Bhikkhunī Matas, the first and foremost, most venerable late Maha Pajapati Mahathero. So I think this is the first time that such a program I attended. And although I couldn't continue to listen to your Dhamma talks, but few I was attended, at least few. And so I pay homage to Mahathero, Maha Pajapati Gotami at this very, very occasion. And so I have very brief, short speech today because I have to attend another program just after this. So it's a great thing that Bhikkhunī saṇgha is reviving with the great blessings of the noble triple gems. Within very short period of time, that after formation of United Theravāda Bhikkhunī saṇgha, I think is something is very suddenly is coming out. It's a kind of it's a waiting. I think it's a waiting. You know, something was waiting for this moment somewhere. So it's like somewhere is waiting, and is explode like that. Because it was so many years you struggle, keep on struggling and struggling in various ways. You have hardships, lot of hardships you have faced, and lot of struggled our theories here, and you have done for many years. Of course, we are remembering some theories just left, Bhikkhunī Kusuma and some other theories, those who struggle for this, and also Ayya Khema and some others who left, who founded, who put the foundation stones and for the revival of Bhikkhunī Sasana in the modern time. And so it's a great happiness at the moment that I'm so happy that today, of course, I want to say you that today I make a point. There were newly ordained Samaneris in Bodhagaya today, and some newly ordained, more than 30 Samaneris were just newly ordained Bhikkhuni Samaneris, and I invited them for today saṇgha. So I offer saṇgha on behalf of United theravāda Bhikkhunī Saṇgha International to this newly ordained Samaneris. So this is how I think we have to work each other. We are Kalyana Mittas, you know each other. I feel that this is what Buddha used, the very term, you know, to help each other. Be a Kalyana Mitta to each other. So in Buddha Sasana, we don't have anyone, you know, whether it is a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni, upasaka or upasika. Once we are under one word, Buddha Sasana, the disciples of the Buddha, the savakas of the Buddha, so we have to help each other. Because our aim is one. Our goal is one. Just now, Bhikkhunī Santini gave a very inspiring Dhamma talk. And so I think in such a way, our theories, our Bhikkhunis, inspiring our upasika, you know, I think many upasikas is already online listening. Many upasaka also online listening. So you are greatly inspired, I think, no doubt. Because I think if one lady at home, because all the ladies cannot become bhikkhunis or theris. There are many, all Buddhist ladies, they cannot go to monastery and have this kind of bhikkhuni life. But you can inspire, you know, you can inspire your children, your family members, your husband, your brothers, and other sisters at your family, that to lead a very spiritual life. This is what the need of the hour. The worldwide, you know, we are facing lot of suffering, lot of crisis every day, day and night. It's so much suffering and misery. And the karma loka, you know, is a lustful world everywhere. Wherever we see is full of lust, full of desires, full of, you know, that kind of ambitions and full of passions. It's easy to, you become a victim of that passions, very easy. Because our mind is always going to the past and going to the dreams in the future. This is the nature of the mind. So we have many dreams in the future, and there's so much of past that accumulated, so much of memories that we are carrying. It's no use at all. Most of the memories that is stuck, we are carrying about. So it is, I feel that nibbanic happiness at the moment, if we can enjoy this moment, this very moment. So if you can enjoy even for a minute that nibbanic happiness in this very moment. So this is what Buddha teaches us when he teaches about the being mindfulness at present moment. Being mindfulness. Because our mind is just like a market, you know, it's full of wisdom. So much of things we are carrying all the time. So listen to Dhamma time to time. You know, in Maha Mangala Sutta, it says, Kālena Dhamma Savana, Etang Mangala Muttama. Listen Dhamma whenever you have opportunity. Listen to Dhamma. Whenever you have opportunity, discuss the Dhamma whenever you have opportunity. This is what the most compassionate Buddha teaches us. The world is full of suffering. We become victims of that continuously, birth and death. So that is why this Dhamma program is really inspiring to each and everyone, those joined online. And so as we, saṇgha, the bhikkhus, I think senior bhikkhus, some bhikkhus are supporting, we also supporting, and now you have become full freedom, I think. You are enjoying the full freedom now. You can continue. That is what Buddha says, that you are your own master. Dhamma is your own teacher. So when Dhamma is your own teacher and your own master, be a light unto yourself. This is Buddha's last word, Atta Dipo Bhava. So be a light unto yourself. And whatever others, you can get support, little support from others, but at the end, you are you. You have to take all the responsibility for our death and suffering, death and birth, the samsaric journey. We are suffering, nobody else. It is we at the end, that wanderer. So then it is our utmost that importance that we have to understand what is the importance of being a Bhikkhunī, being a Buddhist, being a Upasika or Bhikkhu. We have to understand what is my job, what is my responsibility as a Bhikkhu, as a Bhikkhunī, as a Upasaka, as a Upasika. So if we understand this responsibility, I think we can do a lot to oneself, and also we can do a lot to the society at large, to the general public at last. Everywhere, last 2 years, we have seen in every countries, we have heard the suffering, the miserable condition of the people, rich and poor, educated and uneducated, how they suffer, so much of suffer by hearing about the deaths of the thousands of people, how they suffering, miserable condition, helpless condition. They suffered a lot. So what else we need? The Four Noble Truths is everywhere available. But only we have to open our eyes, look at the left and right, you can see the Four Noble Truths, the sufferings, the death, the birth, old age, sickness, everywhere we can see. That is why when we see that, understand what it is that Yatha Bhutan, in Dhammacakka, what Buddha says, Yatha Bhutan Jnana Dassana. See the things as it is. When we see at the moment, when you're walking on the road, you will learn so much of things, but we do not apply our wisdom, our intelligence to understand that things. That is why Buddha's teachings are very simple, not as so much what we think is so deep. I think it is so simple because he asks us to breathe, mindful on your breath. So mostly, this is so simple thing, but only the thing is that, it is so simple, so we have forgotten that. Because people are always serious. They like to be serious, not to be simple. So when we are serious, so you are very distant. You are running away from the reality or the truth. When you become more simple, so truth is so much close to us. It's so close to us. But because we are not putting our mindfulness at the moment, we are hanging around in the past or in the future. So always our mind is like a calamity. Always fight within. Is always problematic because we are unmindful all the time, most of the time. Sometimes I am also trying to be mindful at the moment. I try my best to do in my whole breath at the moment, in the totality, putting all the mindfulness most of the time. When I take food, when I walk, it is meditation become a part of our daily life. it is our routine. So everybody cannot go to the monasteries, that those are listening. You can make your home as a meditation center. What you do, your office, you're traveling in a bus or somewhere. Just close your eyes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Try to be mindful. Try to be mindful on your breathing. It is always follows us. Because life is so impermanent, we do not know next moment. So we cannot keep a hope, tomorrow or after 1 year or 10 years. It is just Buddha says, we are planning so many things for the future, but it is tomorrow. We have no any guarantee hope for tomorrow. So that is why if we plan for this moment, the plan will work well if we plan with mindfulness. When we plan everything, our projects, with our whole heart and mindfully, there is no way to become or turn it to any mistake or wrongs. It becomes perfectly well. So I think that this Dhamma program, you have planned with full of mindfulness and understanding for 7 days Dhamma program. So it is success. So it is success. So when you put your whole heart with understanding and mindfulness, is bound to be success. Why we do mistakes? Why we do wrongs? Because we are not practicing mindfulness at the moment. We are not putting our whole heart and whole understanding to this moment. So that is why living in Nibbana, living in Dhamma means what? Living in now. At the very moment of that we are speaking, at the very moment of that we are living, we are listening. So this moment is our life, and this moment is our death, and this moment is our Nibbana. So it is all about this moment. So I think United Theravāda Bhikkhunī International must focus this way, the Dhamma teaching and the practice of mindfulness and the living. Let the people understand that living this moment is your real life and real happiness and the real satisfaction. So otherwise people doesn't have time to practice, meditation and practice mindfulness. Whatever we learn from the text, we must put it into practice. Then only we receive the blessings. Until and unless the text shall not put into practice, there is no blessings. There is no wisdom arising. Wisdom arising through practice. Mostly practice by thinking over it, meditating over it, and over again, remembering and research and re-investigating over that, and observation. What is coming in the mind, what is going, what is happening at this moment to moment. So I think this will be a great benefit to humanity. Every moment, the enlightening process is every moment happening, enlightening process. Enlightening is every moment process. So it is how we become a good example to ourselves, then we become a good example to others. When you talk about the peaceful mind, peace of the mind, it is that peace that we are enjoying, experiencing, we can share with others. by our way of talking, by our way of behaving, by our way of speech, or our walking indifferently. The people follow us, they can see, because the bhikkhu or bhikkhunī, who practice the life of celibacy and the life of sannyasi, so they are a great example to the general public. They are a great example. Even the witness of their outer appearance is a sense of blessings to others. So that is how thousands of thousands people at Buddha's time, for many centuries, the bhikkhus and bhikkhunis inspired the society of Indian continent. That was the reason. The declining of Bhikkhunī Sasana, not only Bhikkhunī Sasana, Bhikkhunī and the friends of Dhamma, it is not only declined Bhikkhunī Sasana, even the Bhikkhu Sasana declined. So you do not worry about that disappearance of Bhikkhunī Sasana is the only fact in the past. It's even Bhikkhu Sasana also declined in so many ways, in so many reasons. If you go through the research, re-research of the past scriptures and so many historical backgrounds, we could find that there are various reasons for to decline Bhikkhu Sasana also. So there is anicca. Why we cry for anicca? Buddha says it is anicca everything. So every moment is anicca continuous. So impermanence is continuous. So it's a great, by observing this, the practice of anicca, every moment, everything is anicca. This morning we got news that one bhikkhuni, venerable from Thailand, is passed away. So it's great loss to Bhikkhunī Sasana. So this is how the life is going, coming and going, coming and going, uncountable. So Buddha was a great, he's a really the person with the full of energy every moment. What is energy? It's the energy of the mind, the great energy of the mind. The people are wasting their energies every moment because they are putting the poison, negative energies, instead of positive energies. That is how we're wasting, the public wasting their life. Because of the 99% people are accumulation full of negative energies, which is spreading all around. So it's a need a great challenge. We have a great challenge to accumulate positive energy through meditation, through Dhamma practice, through understanding of Dhamma. So it becomes healing power. It's become a medicine to this sick society. Because the society is full of sickness, various sickness, everywhere. Even we talk so much of miserable stories we are listening. Everywhere. It's a universal impermanence. This is what Buddha said. Sabbhe saṅgha, universal impermanence. Everywhere. Everywhere. So it is, let's work together. Let's work together to spread the sublime Dhamma of the Tathagata Buddha. And let's follow the path of the great enlightened masters, bhikkhus and bhikkhunis in the past and present, wherever they are. Let's work together with fourfold saṅgha for the welfare of mankind, for the welfare of society at large. So this is how we can pay our homage, our tribute to the great enlightened masters in the past. Those took so much of hardships, sufferings to realize the Dhamma. So this is how we can clearly understand. So we must be wise enough. We must be full of positive energies through the meditation and practice of Dhamma, learning of Dhamma, studying the various suttas that can give you so much of inspiration and motivation to practice this path. Of course, this path is hard in the sense because it is just like the opposite to the current. We are just swimming opposite towards the current. So this is Buddha also felt once just after his enlightenment. He thought to himself, so difficult what I have realized. It's so sublime what I have realized. It's so pure. It's so pure what I have realized. But the world is full of miserable conditions, full of lust, full of desires, full of ambitions and full of passions. How my teaching, such a pure teaching, such a sublime teaching, can change, can digest, can go to heart of these worldly people? They're just in that kind of state. Their ears may be not close to my teaching. So Buddha had that kind of this feeling under the Bodhi tree. But at once again, he thought, in some way, world is like a lotus pond. It should, the ponds, the lotus coming from the mud, from the deep, from the dirt. But no matter once it's come over from the water, it remains pure and fresh, the lotus flower. So the human being's mind, just like a lotus flower, it can overcome all the dirts and muds and come as a very fragrance. It spread the fragrance to the world once it's come out. So we are in this world with full of that kind of passions, but we can overcome it. We can overcome it. We need determination. We need heart of love and compassion. So nothing is impossible when we have that heart of mindfulness and pure and compassion. And practice, cultivate wisdom little by little, moment to moment. One day it's become big. One day become a wise, pure. So once again, my respect and thanks goes to our Bhikkhunī coordinators for your wonderful arrangements of this Dhamma program for last 7 days. So my anumodana to all of you, all the Bhikkhunis and Dhamma friends on this online, and to all beings whatever for last 7 days, the sharing of Dhamma, the pure teachings of the Buddha, I anumodana to all Bhikkhunis, coordinators, and all the Bhikkhunis in the past, present. May you be always well and happy by these blessings of the noble teachings of the Buddha. You will cultivate Dhamma and realize the Nibbana at the very, very soon in this very life. And also all the Dhamma friends online, you hear Dhamma for last 7 days, you are really blissful and you are blessed for last 7 days to listen these noble teachings in this busy and chaotic lifestyle, chaotic society. You have spent your time, valuable time, to listen this Dhamma. May you always be well and happy and realize this Dhamma in this very life and get rid of all the samsara suffering. May you all beings be well and happy, and I congratulate, and may the triple gems bless United Theravāda Bhikkhunī saṇgha International to continue your great Dhamma activities for the welfare and benefit of the mankind. Thank you very much. May all be well and happy.